Hey, welcome. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast for the 19th of June, 2014. It will be the normal 1 hour podcast. Of course, today is the 19th of June, 2014. There's some things going on. Just a little show note for you. Just want to make you all aware that I've made an executive decision. It's my network. I can do what I want. But there will be no views expressed live today or tomorrow because there is an event that I am participating in and I won't have the time to do the shows. Basically, that's the reason. Now, of course, there's a lot of things that are going on. Again, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or even if you disagree with me, you can email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com, freeamericaradio@usa.com, and ask me anything you like. No question off limits. So, if I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. So anyway, lots of things going on today in the news. I'm going to say this, and it is that there are people who are at the border who are not Border Patrol. And we are getting an influx of illegal aliens, but from some reports, they're coming from Central America. But I would venture a guess and say that there are some Mexicans coming over as well. Now, I want to say this, that if you're at the border, if you live in the border states, you better get down there now. Okay? You better protest. You better do something, because I'll tell you this much right now. You're not going to have an America, and this is not going to be the country you were born and raised in. And it's real simple. It's real freaking simple. You're allowing the destruction of the United States. And I can go into how and why and where and all of that, but I think you know. I don't have to bring up the details. I think you know. I think you're fully aware of how all of it is working. Now, I want to when I get back from the break, I want to tell you about something that's, I'd like you to be aware of something. So, anyway, when I get back from the break, I'll do that. But in the meantime, go check out Kicking the Capstone today on wakingupthemasses.com. Check the schedule there as well for what time it's on. Again, the views expressed live will not be on today or tomorrow because an event that I am participating in, and I won't have time to do the shows. So, keep your head up, watch out for what's going on, and if you have any questions whatsoever, please email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com, freeamericaradio@usa.com. And you can go to the website at freeamericaradio.us. I shall return right after this.
Hey there, I'm Big Tiny, and I'm the host of Big Tiny's Oldies and More. And we're playing music that you just love to hear from the 50s to the 90s. So check us out Monday through Friday and see what we're playing right here on Spreaker.com.
Waking up the masses. Truth, knowledge, and wisdom for your consumption. Waking up the masses. News and views concerning the New World Order. waking up the masses. Join Bob Brutus as he pulls back the curtain on the esoteric agenda which has been in play for a millennia. Waking up the masses. WakingUpTheMasses.com. Hey folks, welcome back. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast. Not going to have a live show today or tomorrow. Actually, this is Thursday. I wouldn't have a live show today anyway. Won't have a live show tomorrow. And of course, the views expressed live, usually on at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on Free America Radio Network, is not going to be on today due to an event that I am a part of. Let's put it that way. I am involved in an event this weekend, so I won't have time to do the shows. I will possibly try to do something later on today, but I doubt very seriously I'll be able to do it. But I'll see what happens as the day progresses. Lots of things going on. If you caught the opening of the show, I got something to share with you. I just saw this on libertynews.com. American flag, a threat to Muslims? Well, that's why a Texas man says he was told to take it down. Watch the report. There's a video there. I'll put it up on the not only the Free America Radio Facebook page, but I'll put it up on the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page as well. And it is just amazing to me that people just cannot get a freaking clue. Okay? They just cannot get a clue. Now, I was told, actually, in a post that well, let's put it this way. Let me just tell it like it is here. I'll be totally transparent here. Somebody basically mocked me for the things that, I say, for the things that I know. They said that they're aware of what's going on. Okay, but I don't see them doing anything about it. Okay? I don't see them doing anything, actually, to protect themselves, to get the word out, to basically be the voice in the wilderness. I don't see them doing any of that. Okay? What I see is I see a bunch of people who mock me turn their tail and run in the face of danger. In the face of overwhelming danger. Okay? And then mock everybody else for not running like a scared rabbit. So let me read part of this. There's a video there that you need to take a look at. It's on both the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page and Free America Radio Facebook page. It's from Houston, Texas, KHOU.com. The American flag on T-shirts, offensive to Hispanics. Remember that big brouhaha in California high school? Now we move the offensive flag flap to a residential community outside of Houston, Texas, where a man claims he was told by management of his apartment complex to remove the American flag from his balcony because it was a threat to the Muslim community. After moving into his apartment, Dai Tran proudly hung an American flag for all to see. He says the flag means a lot to him because he has had a lot of friends who have died defending it. There's a link to the full article there as well. Norvell Rose over at Liberty News posted this. I want to say this. I'm going to make this perfectly clear. I don't have a problem with anybody else believing what they want. I don't have a problem with, the color of a person or whatever. I mean, I agree with the idea that it's the matter of character. It's the person's character that matters. You know what I mean? So if they are what they are, if they say they are what they are, and they exhibit things, exhibit actions that are not in line with who they say they are, I don't want that person around me. Okay? And if they're belief in their religion or whatever is so strong that they would rather kill me because I don't believe what they do, then I don't want them around me, and I will do everything I can to protect myself and my family and my community. I mean, that's just the way it is. You don't let the bully beat up on you just because, oh, he's bigger than you. No, you fight back. You defend yourself. You get a pair of balls, you get a, you do what you got to do. And anybody who mocks me and tucks their tail between their legs and runs, I'm just going to turn the other way. I'm not even going to bother with it. People who mock me, and I've had it on Facebook posts, and I've had it in emails, and people mocking me, and I've had people say, well, why do you think people are not aware? Why do you talk to people as if they're not aware? Well, because I don't know if they are or not. I don't know if they are or not. They're going to have to email me. They're going to have to talk to me. They're going to have to let me know. But don't sit there and point their fingers and mock me and criticize me, because I don't want to have anything to do with you. I mean, I've told people that straight to their face. If you cannot understand the simple processes of what's happening to tear this country down and to turn it into a third world country, bye. Have a nice day. I mean, I'm not gonna, I used to be the one that got up in people's faces and nailed them and just said, here's what you have to believe, here's what you're going to believe. And I quit doing that only because of the fact that people would, people would mock me and turn away and go away. Well, I don't do that anymore. I tell people exactly how it is now. I don't tell people they have to do this. I tell people that they have to learn. They have to look at our past. They have to look at history. Then you'll see what's going on. And if you don't believe me, go check this stuff out. That's what I tell people. I don't tell people, here's this and you have to believe it. No, I look at people and say, here's what I'm showing you. If you don't believe it, go look it up. But when I get to that point where I know that people are sitting on their butts doing nothing and mocking me, I flat out tell them, okay, enjoy your reality shows and your football games, because that's all you got. And that's exactly what George Orwell, a.k.a. Eric Blair, talked about in his book, 1984. I've had people mock me all day long. I've had people, say, oh, that guy, he's, one of those. I had my own family mock me, which I thought they had better character than that. But then again, look at your own family. Smile, because they're related to you. What do you think is the problem with America today? What do you think is the detrimental thought that is causing people to really blind themselves? What is that one thing? Is there one thing? I don't believe there is. I think it's a plethora of a lot of things, but one of them, it just accelerates the others. But here's the thing. I don't know what, for me, I don't know what it is for you, but for me, that those things that have caused people to just, push away everything and say none of it, oh, yeah, whatever, A lot of things have caused people to do that, and I believe one of them that has caused the domino effect has been a narcissistic self-importance. And I say narcissistic because it is important to look at yourself and help yourself to a greater level than you were yesterday. It's fine. It's okay. That part is okay. Better yourself to, better your situation. That's all great. That's all wonderful. It's all fantastic. Everybody does that. But when you have a narcissistic view, like I'm better than, and you get this attitude of, your crap don't stink and that you can, do whatever you want to do. And, you become an a-hole after a while. I've been there, trust me. I'm not telling you anything I haven't done myself, okay? I'm telling you, yeah, you might think I'm not an a-hole now, and thank you very much, but before 10, 15, 20 years ago, oh my God, people didn't want to be around me, and I had to ask very honest questions of myself and of other people, and I had to learn, and I looked at that stuff, and I bettered myself from that situation, and it just rolled from there. Still, people may think I'm an a-hole, but hey, they better look in the mirror. I'm just saying. So anyway, I bettered myself, and I got up, and I did things, and I do the things I do, and I do the things I have to do, and I make the choices for me as a result of the very difficult questions I had to ask myself and say, hey, here's the direction I want to go. Well, the people of America who have allowed this country to fail, yes, to fail, the people that have allowed it are the ones that feel that have an overwhelming sense of self-importance. I don't know if it borderlines on narcissism, but it is very, very close. And these are the same people who say, I deserve this. I have a right to this. But they also have that borderline narcissism that says, you're going to give it to me, and this is the way I want it. That is not self-importance. That is an overwhelming borderline narcissism self-importance in the sense of, give me what I want, and I'll be happy. No. These are the welfare mamas. These are the deadbeat dads. These are the people that are just, pushing the limits of their envelope, and they want to get away with everything they want to get away with because they just don't want to do anything to better themselves, period. I don't care what people have said to me about that. They don't have a positive self-image enough to get rid of their narcissistic or borderline narcissistic self-importance to believe that they have to have this right now and the government's going to give it to me. They don't know how to better themselves because they were never taught. And let me drive this point home. It's about culture. Why is America failing? Because the culture is failing. Period. Why do we have the number of people on welfare? Why do we have the number of people on some kind of subsidy? Why do we have this? And I'm not only talking about the people that are not working, okay? These people struggle each and every single day to find a job, and I applaud them for that because they know they can better themselves. But they unfortunately have to be on the system to be able to feed their families, to be able to work, do stuff, something, or have an apartment or have a house or something. They're on the system for a reason. And primarily, that is the reason why the system is there for them, not for the deadbeat dads, not for the welfare mamas, not for, all of that. No. There is a good and bad about our culture, and the good is when people are struggling and trying to make it, the system is there to give them a little safety, net. Give them a little protection, a little something to help them along their way until they can better themselves. I applaud those people. The other half is negative, where people are sitting on the system, just sitting on the system, and just sitting on the system, and just sitting on the system. It's a culture divide. It's a divide in the importance of the United States and American culture. We don't appreciate the freedoms we've had. We've taken them for granted, and now you've got the good and bad of culture. And that's been going on for quite some time, since the 30s, actually, technically speaking. But 150 years ago, if your crops failed, you had no safety net. You had to struggle to rebuild. You had to struggle to make it. If you were, owned a store, or what they called a mercantile, if you owned one of those in a small little town somewhere, out in the boonies, out in some little Western-style town, and you didn't make a whole lot of money and couldn't feed your family, you didn't have a safety net. You had to do something else. You had to grow some food out in you had to cultivate. You had to do that. People today get all upset about, oh my God, got to have 2.5 jobs just to work, to pay the rent and to pay the bills, blah, blah, blah. Right? Back then, people had to work 2 to 3 jobs to make ends meet because they didn't have a safety net. They didn't have the incredible laziness that we do now. And yes, our culture is lazy. Yes, our culture seems to think that, if I'm getting paid to do nothing, why not? When 100 or more years ago, it was like, no, you got up at 4:30 in the morning, the sun rose, you were out milking cows, you were out cultivating the land, you were out putting paint on the barn, you were doing something to stay alive, not sitting on your butt doing nothing. We struggle each and every day. We struggle each and every single day to take care of ourselves and our families. And it's a cultural divide, not only politically, religiously, and, psychologically, academically speaking as well. But we are divided culturally. And I don't mind if people want to come over to this country and be a part of America. Do it legally. Do it legally, okay? Pandora's box is open, and we're having an influx of illegal aliens coming in, and also Central Americans coming in, and all this, that, and the other thing, and they're just getting everything, and they're doing whatever they... No. They're being dropped off and being homeless. That's what they're doing. They're getting on the system to break the system, overwhelming the system. That's a Cloward and Piven strategy right there. The facts are the facts, folks. The facts are the facts. You have to understand the culture before you can fix any identifiable problem in our culture. You have to understand the culture. What is happening? We are divided culturally. And now, religiously, we're completely divided because of the fact that we have Muslim Brotherhood in the White House. Don't give me this crap that we don't. We do. 8 members of Obama's cabinet are full-fledged members of the Muslim Brotherhood. I don't want to hear it anymore. You people are wrong. You people out there detracting me and mocking me and all that. You people are wrong. Go away. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. When they come knocking down your door and take you away to a FEMA camp, yeah. Then you can bitch and complain. But today, you go have a great day. I don't like people mocking me. I lay what I know out in front of you. I say it as it is. Here is what's happening. If you don't look at it and research it and get pissed off as much as I do about this crap, you're heartless. and you don't understand culture, and you don't understand the divide that is there, that is purposely put there to do one thing and one thing only. And that is to collapse the United States of America, to tear apart, not just away, the Constitution and the Bill of Rights prior to 1871. The purpose of breaking this country is to take away the sovereignty and to take away the power that we have. That is why UN troops, United Nations troops, are in the United States right now, and many other different countries. Saudi Arabian armies, from what I understood, from some reports, also Chinese, also just a bunch of military, foreign military are on our shores. And the UN is pushing Congress to sign over to the UN any gun control law there is in America so that the UN can shut down all free Americans from having weapons for self-defense. That's the whole playbook on that page, folks. That's the whole page out of the playbook today. I don't know why people can't see it. I don't know why people can't understand it. I don't know why there is this huge problem with understanding all of this. I don't know why people can't understand this. I do know that what we were taught culturally, what we were taught through our revisionist history in our textbooks after 1960, I know that what we were taught in the 70s, I know that what we were taught in the 80s is nowhere near the history that actually was. Okay? I've read textbooks. I've read history textbooks that go into schools. I've read those books. I've read parts of it, not the whole thing. I've read, different ideas that these people have, and guess what? Revisionist history is now normal. You don't want to say anything factual about history of what went on in George Washington's administration. You don't want to talk about Thomas Jefferson. You don't want to talk about John Adams. You don't want to talk about Ulysses S. Grant. You don't want to talk about the actual history that they went through. You want to revise it to make the liberals look better, to make the progressives look better, to make the Marxists look better, to make all the enemies of true America better. Look what they talked about when Yamamoto, I think it was Yamamoto, who surrendered on the ship out after World War II. I mean, look at all the information that has come out after that. Okay? Now think about this, folks. Culture is a big thing to most people. Think about it. What books you read, what movies you see, what you learn and understand, how you do that is all based upon what environment you are born and raised into. And your culture, your environment, I'll just call it that. I won't call it culture. I'll call it environment. Your environment in which you were raised dictates to you how you're going to be. There's no question about that. Your aunts, your uncles, friends, mom, dad, whatever, teachers, instructors, whatever you had, your environment is going to be that area you're going to learn the most. You're not going to learn it in the halls of governmental indoctrination. You're going to learn it. But you're going to understand certain things. And they're going to put you in a box. They're going to say, this is all you need to learn. Don't look at the black man, the white man, the yellow man, the red man. Don't look at that. Don't look at what their history was. Don't look how bad they were treated. Okay? Just look at yourself, and you become very self-involved to the point of narcissism. This is what I was talking about. Now it's gone completely out of the realm of of realistic living within your culture. You're being so overwhelmed that you think you're important. But it's that borderline narcissism that you get at, that you're like, yes, I deserve this. Yes, I want this. Yes, this. But what about your own true self inside? What about bettering yourself for tomorrow instead of take? What about a moment or a week or a day of giving? Helping yourself out to learning more to better yourself so that you can turn around and teach somebody else to help them better themselves. I don't see that. Not in mass like it should be. I see that in pockets of America. I see that in pockets of the world. But I don't see that as a whole of what that is what the United States is. A melting pot of people. But now in the last 50, 60 years, it's become not only a melting pot of people, but a huge vat of people taking everything they ever wanted because they think they have a right to it and they think they deserve it. I could be wrong in all this. I'll go to break here in just a second, but I could be wrong in all this. And if I am, please let me know. Please let me know. Free America Radio at USA.com. Free America Radio at USA.com. Go to freeamericaradio.us for more information as well. And I shall be back right after this. Cutting through the pablum of propaganda, slicing through the sensationalism of salaciousness and the very fabric of fakeness. Spencer Hughes breaks down the news with views you can use from a personal perspective. The Spencer Hughes Show on Spreaker.com and SpencerHughes.net.
Samo Radio, playing music for free so you can listen longer. Samo.
It's the 5 o'clock drive with Samo.
Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. till 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Forever Me by Thomas Amo. Hannah Richards isn't your typical 16-year-old at Wichita Falls High. Fashion, trends, cosmetic, and style are unimportant to her. An avid reader, guitar player, and classic movie and television buff, Hannah marches to the beat of her own drum. Visible only to her father, the town sheriff, and her two best friends, Lauren and Haley, Hannah lives a simple, unpampered life as an Eastie. After coming to the aid of Taylor Monroe, a popular member of the Stilettos at school, and a series of misunderstandings with her friends, Hannah is forced to reinvent herself. She quickly gets caught up in a life much different than the one she knows, where status, glamour, makeup, and appearance and acceptance become her masters. And what of the dark secret that haunts the streets of Wichita Falls? Can Hannah survive the lies, deceit, jealousy, and rage that are now waiting for her around every corner? Will she succumb to the pressures of popularity? Or will she be crushed under the heels of the Stilettos? High school is hard enough just being yourself, let alone trying to be someone you're not. Forever Me by Thomas Amo. Available on the Kindle at Amazon.com. Hey folks, this is Reverend Wayne S. Pierce right here for the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast for the 19th of June, 2014. How are you? It's amazing to me that people don't understand their own culture when it comes to the American citizens. I don't want to... I'm trying to change the way I look at things myself. And it's okay, because we always do, you know. I mean, we always look back on our own personal history and say, you know, I did that then, and that was kind of strange and stupid, so I think I'm going to change, you know. So we go from there, and we do those things, right? At least, you know, we hope we're bettering ourselves. So we just push beyond that. And I know that we don't have any doubt that we can be better than we were today than we were yesterday. I have no doubt about that at all. It's just when you identify what the problems are, accept what the problems are, and look at it not only personally, specifically within yourself, but also as a culture, how many people are doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different result. That's a sure sign of insanity right there, folks. But think about it for a minute. You know, I want to give a big shout out to the one and only Mr. Brian Lang over at livetruthradio.com and Live Truth Radio on wakingupthemasses.com. And you want to talk about a very patriotic person. I mean, he does not hold back. Excuse me. He does not hold back one bit. Okay? And I like that. I like that approach. I don't hold back either. If I think you're stupid, I'm going to tell you you're stupid. But don't take offense to that. I'm just saying, stupid is as stupid does. And it's just, you have to look at this stuff and really ask yourself the difficult questions. Like I said in the previous segment, I mean, you really have to ask yourself these very tough and difficult questions. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're not willing to better yourself, are you? Let's get on with some of the news here. Over at thenewamerican.com, Alex Newman over there writes about, Governor Bobby Jindal. Louisiana governor dumps Common Core, bureaucrats fight back. Of course they will, because it's indoctrination core. It's communist core. That's what it is. Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal issued executive orders aiming to remove the Obama administration's pushed Common Core education standards in the state's government schools, drawing widespread applause from teachers, parents, taxpayers, and activists across the political spectrum, which means on both sides of the aisle, folks. The orders seek to quash the school's nationalization scheme in Louisiana by withdrawing from the federally funded national testing regime aligned with Common Core, a deep, controversial, and expensive assessment that the Republican governor said was adopted in violation of state law. Education bureaucrats, though, are fighting back. If successful, the governor's orders and announcements would make Louisiana the fourth state this year to formally withdraw from what critics now deride as Obamacare and even Commie Core. In March, Indiana became the first state to officially dump the controversial scheme after first adopting it, but education experts noted that the supposedly quote-unquote new standards were largely copied and pasted from Common Core. In recent weeks, South Carolina and Oklahoma both adopted laws withdrawing from the Obama-backed nationalization of education as well. Several other states never joined. In Louisiana, as across America, the pressure on state officials to dump Common Core has been growing quickly as awareness spreads, responding to a wide range of concerns about the standards, federal involvement, dubious quality, lack of public input, and more. Governor Jindal announced his plan to withdraw on June 18th. Quote, "This gets us out of the Common Core," unquote, he said. He wants lawmakers and state officials to develop new, superior standards and assessments for Louisiana rather than using the deeply controversial Common Core pushed by Obama and financed by population control zealot Bill Gates. It's a long article, folks. I'm going to put this up on this is also on Facebook as well, but I'm going to put this up on the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page and also the Free America Radio Facebook page. And just as a reminder, folks, the views expressed live is not going to be on today or tomorrow. I'm part of an event, and I just won't have the time to do the shows. for those 2 days. And the Wayne S. Pierce Show also is going to be off tomorrow, but I may at some point hopefully give you like a 5-minute, a 5-minute hello. Let's put it that way. I'm going to try to take about 5 minutes of my time within this event that I'm involved with to say hello, to tell you what's going on, that kind of thing. So look for that information on the Free America Radio Facebook page. You can also go to the Wayne S. Pierce Show.weebly.com for more information as well, and also freeamericaradio.us. So it's up there on both this article, Louisiana Governor Dumps Common Core, Bureaucrats Fight Back, is up on the Wayne S. Pierce Show and Facebook, Free America Radio Facebook pages. Okay, the Wayne S. Pierce Show and Free America Radio Facebook pages. This article is up there. You might want to check it out yourself. Let's go to the Drudge Report, shall we, just for a minute before the end of the show, because I like Drudge because he's got, it's a news aggregate, okay? He's got a bunch of things from various sources, and so there you go. So anyway, this is what's happening over in, let's tell you this. I'm not joking about this, so please keep your laughter at a minimum. This is from independent.co.uk. No straight people allowed. Dutch scheme for gay village sparks backlash. Okay, yeah. Now, I'm going to put this on not the Free America Radio Facebook page, but because I talk about everything other than other than the subjects I talk about, I'm going to put this on the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page for you to take a gander at, because I think it's interesting. I have not read the article, just to let you know, folks. I have not read the article. Okay, I'm just letting you know. I will read it here momentarily, but it is. I want to say this. I'm going to put this out here. I'm going to make this very clear. I don't have a problem with other people, with their color, with their sexual orientation, their religion, whatever, until they start to attack me, much like you. If you believe something and somebody, you have friends of every walk of life, and somebody goes to attack you, you would defend yourself, would you not? So there you go. So I don't have a problem with anybody. And the things that we understand, as I said in the last segment before the in the first half hour of the show, come directly from our culture. We learn from everything we do. I would hope, anyway. I know I have. And using me as an example, I don't regret a thing in my life, because I've learned something that has helped me grow as a person. And I've learned something new every day, which is pretty cool. Okay? So, the seriousness of just how we live is incredible. I mean, I'm looking at an article here a couple of months ago. I'm assuming this was a couple of months ago, but it was posted actually today, again from independent.co.uk. Now, about a month or so ago, there was an article about a Christian rock singer who basically put a hit out on his wife. Yeah. Pretty much, and it says here, from the group, As I Lay Dying is the group, jailed frontman Tim LaBasis admits being atheist and lying to Christian fans. The frontman of a supposed Christian group was jailed for organizing to have his wife killed, has admitted faking religious devotion to sell records. Furthermore, the singer revealed in a recent interview that he, quote, wasn't the first guy in the group to stop being a Christian, unquote, as two of his bandmates had dropped the religion before him. Lambesis was convicted of attempting to hire a hitman to murder his estranged wife, and in divorce papers she noted that he had shunned Christianity. Okay, so there you go. The culture, that just goes direct to the culture. That speaks of culture. It doesn't speak of anything else other than culture. Look at where you were born. Look at your environment. Let me change something here, and I said this before the break at the bottom of the last hour, the first half hour. The environment in which you live dictated to you how you were going to be, period. Okay? There's many different things in your life and in your environment that helps you be who you are. And if you are only geared to one thing, and that's it, you're not going to get outside that box. I talked about it yesterday or the day before. You are not going to learn what you can and cannot do when you're suppressed into and pressed into, I should say, a box, when you have to conform to what the environment tells you to conform to. You're not going to know anything else. But when you look at your environment and say, you know what, I'm better than, I know within myself intuitively inside, and I just feel it, that I'm better than this, I'm going that way. In other words, ask questions, folks. Don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe me. Go out and check it out. Do what has to be done to fix your situation. The only way you can do that, or not the only way, but one of the ways you can do that, is by identifying within yourself the problems that you have with your environment and change those things. Don't allow your environment to change you. You change your environment. You can find a way to do it. Don't look at me and say it's impossible. You can find a way to do that. I did. I did. But it boils down to and let me, my thoughts change all the time. So let me say this. Your culture as a whole, is part of your neighborhood, your community, your state, your family, all of that's part of your culture. Your environment is where you are at, where you stand, what your perspective is, what you learn, how you develop in your own life. That is your environment. So I'm talking that too as well. So anyway, let's move on. Let's move on, shall we? All right. And I got off the Drudge Report because I clicked off the link there. So let's go back to the Drudge Report. Photo, illegal alien children sleeping in with tin foil blankets. NBC News, Brian Williams rankled by audience slide. Smithsonian creates life-size 3D portrait. And Jay Carney, I felt liberated working for Obama. Well, okay. Oh my God. Texas leaders okay millions for new Border Patrol surge. Okay. Hillary fatigue interview ratings underwhelm. Yeah. I don't know, folks. I'm just, putting it out there. Just laying it out on the line. There it is. How can anyone, and I'm going to put this out here, how can anyone really understand what's going on without taking the time to go look? I'm just wondering. Just wondering. 21stCenturyWire.com. Sin City, Vegas shooters had relationship with Nevada police. Active shooting drills provided backdrop. Yes. Let's go take a look at that one. This is probably going to be my last article for today. Again, the views expressed live will not be on today or tomorrow. And I'll try to get something to you, within the next 2 days, something short. But I don't know. Just go to the Free America Radio Facebook page or go to freeamericaradio.us for more information, or specifically for this show, the WayneSPierceShow.weebly.com, and I'll let you know what's going on. Sin City, Vegas shooters had relationship with Nevada police. Active shooting drills provided backdrop. This was posted the 13th of June. This past weekend, we were told that a shooting spree occurred about 5 miles from the Vegas Strip, a place better known for its seedy, sin-filled entertainment, mafia-run blackjack tables, high roller roulette, and closed-door prostitution. The casino-laden city appears to be a permanent stage for criminal activity of new sort. The highly publicized Las Vegas shooting that involved a husband and wife that had apparently filled a shopping cart full of weapons and ammunition seemed to be shocking at first glance. However, after it was revealed that the couple walked some 4 miles to take the lives of 2 Metropolitan Police officers at close range inside CC's Pizzeria, something seemed amiss, as there wasn't a clear motive. The Midwestern couple had been staying with their close friend Kelly Fielder for 2 weeks prior to the seemingly random attack, after suspiciously making their way across the country from Indiana. According to reports, the same couple entered a nearby Walmart on foot and were found to have engaged in a shootout with Joseph Wilcox, a man who attempted to stop the estranged couple using his legally concealed firearm before police could arrive. The fact that this part of the story was noticeably absent from any of the earlier mainstream reporting suggests that this didn't fit in with the biased media narrative on active shooter events and shootings as a whole. Initially, the sheriff's office, along with major media outlets, had incorrectly characterized the incident as a suicide pact, later admitting that suspected shooter, Jared Miller, was actually gunned down by police, while his wife, Amanda Miller, is said to have taken her own life, or so the story goes. A bunch of images there, folks. Strange violence. The seemingly adrenaline-fueled ambush, which took place just 5 miles northeast of the Strip on Sunday at CC's Pizzeria, later spilled over into a nearby Walmart, as officers who arrived on the scene fired on both suspects after the Millers exchanged gunfire with an armed citizen. A large amount of America still finds it difficult to even discuss anomalies surrounding recent shootings such as Sandy Hook, the Aurora Theater, LAX shooting, the Tucson shooting, and or the less than a month ago old Isla Vista theatrical campus rampage. The recent video footage from Walmart looks highly suspect, as there was no muzzle flash or recoil. This prompted the police department to admit they shot Jared. Later, the video then goes dark when Amanda allegedly shoots herself. It should be mentioned that both individuals would have seemingly fired at police side by side. Why would one be in front of the other while engaged in an apparent firefight with authorities? Now here's the biggie, folks. I'm just highlighting this. I'll put this on the Wayne S. Pierce Show and the Free America Radio Facebook pages for you to take a gander at. It appears, it says Las Vegas drills in terror defense funds. It appears there is also a financial motive to keep threats high in the Vegas area, as Nevada officials have sought to increase their budget for potential terror-related activity this year, according to KOLO-TV in Las Vegas. Quote, Nevada's Homeland Security Commission on Thursday approved a grant allocation plan that will increase funding for the region's Fusion Center to nearly $1.1 million, up from $750,000 this year. The Las Vegas Review-Journal reports Las Vegas was ranked too low on a threat assessment list to receive federal funding in the current federal budget, a move that brought swift criticism from Nevada officials. For the coming fiscal year, that begins October 1st. Las Vegas will receive $950,000 in the special funding. That's on top of the statewide counterterrorism funding totaling $3.5 million. They also make mention that funds will be allocated to 20 ongoing programs in the area. Terror security has become a for-profit industry to fund counterterrorism efforts across the country. Could those on the inside be gaming the system for political leverage and abusing the threat-based money-making business? Active shootings, OWS, the Millers' relationship to Nevada police. Here's the biggie, folks. In this latest violent episode near Sin City, it's still unclear as to what the motive may have been for the alleged shooters, Jared Miller and his wife Amanda, as both were said to have entered the all-you-can-eat pizzeria when officers Alan Beck and Igor Soldo were stated to be having lunch before the couple mortally wounded them. Then, in dramatic, almost scripted fashion, according to police, the suspected shooters draped a Gadsden flag on one officer and an iconic yellow flag which stood as a symbol of national sovereignty with its coiled rattlesnake slogan, "Don't tread on me," while also placing a swastika at the scene. The intelligence community has been seen looking to capitalize on this bizarre shooting, as pet organizations like the SPLC, Southern Poverty Law Center, and the Stratfor have been quick to establish a political narrative that could be used to demonize constitutional rights in America and anyone showing a dissenting opinion about federal government in general. I'm going to put this on the Wayne S. Pierce Show and the Free America Radio Facebook pages, so please go check this out. Read the rest yourself. Draw your own conclusions. Was it a staged event? Was it a active shooter drill backdrop for this? Was there something nefarious about all of this? I don't have all the ducks lined up, folks. I don't have all my eggs in a row, but I'm going to tell you, this looks very, very, very suspicious. And it's coming out in alternative and independent media that this was a total, absolute false flag, more and more and more to overwhelm the system, to basically take our rights away. And like I said, I don't have all the numbers in. I don't have all of that. And wow, a little something going on there. I don't have everything in front of me to make an accurate assessment of what's going on, but I can tell you what I've seen so far makes it look very suspicious from the outset. It really does. So, just a reminder. The Views Express Live will not be on today or tomorrow, but I'll try to put something up in the next 2 days, today and tomorrow. I'll try to put something up. I've got so much going on, my mind cannot keep up. But anyway, go to the Wayne S. Pierce Show. If you want to sponsor the page, go to the sponsors page, and or sponsor the show, go to the sponsors page. There we go. That's what I meant. And let me know what you think. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Also, go to Free America Radio on Facebook and also the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page as well. And go to freeamericaradio.us for more information about the Views Express Live. In the meantime, folks, I'm going to have a great weekend, and you guys be cool, be at peace, and have a great day. I will talk to you guys later.